Thank you, Mark. I tell you, before I get into these remarks, these awards, the people, of course, I know them all. I've just got to say something about Charles Taylor. Tremendous man, outstanding not only in Mississippi, but throughout the country, certainly in NASBA. And in our early years with NASBA, Sally and I got to know Charles and his wonderful wife, Nelda, and enjoyed being with him on many social occasions. Just wonderful. Of course, Bob Brooks served on the committee. And by the way, Bob, that picture, I don't think that's you. I don't know where we got that picture. But Bob served on the committee, actually, the search committee that selected me. So, you know, Bob is, I think he's brilliant. But also, my good dear friend, Michael Weatherwax. What a fitting honor for Michael in the spirit of what Bill Van Rensselaer was all about, community service and selfless service. So, Michael, congratulations on that. Yeah, it's been eight years now with the Center for the Public Trust. Tremendous organization. And if you're not already, I hope by the time I get through today that you're going to be in love with this organization, because it's the ethics arm, it's the integrity trust arm of NASBA and the state boards of accounting. It's something unique for us. So I hope to engender that kind of spirit with you. 8 years ago, and now we're almost forced to ask the question, does it work?
Some people, because of back or knee problems, don't bend over too well. Others, well, they just avoid it by choice.
That's maybe Joe Terrell's motivation in testing this week's Does It Work product. Tonight he puts the Shoudini with the Does It Work test.
Bending over to put your shoes on is a back-breaking chore. One wrong step, you could end up on the floor. Well, now there's Shoudini. It's not just a shoehorn, it's a shoehorn on a stick.
Man, the commercial makes me tired. I don't know about you. Let's see what this will do.
If you manage to get the package open. Putting the Shoudini together then is a breeze. Just screw the two parts together. The maker's real big on this built-in clip. Apparently, that's the biggest difference between this shoehorn and all the others in the world. It is telescoping.
And then you lock it into place. I am the great Shoudini. I feel like I should do this with, like, chains or something. With my hands tied behind my back. Good evening. I am the great Shoudini, and I am here to take your shoes off.
For my first trick, removing a tied dress shoe. Horn on the inside, clip on the outside.
I may never have to bend again.
And here's proof. We're speeding this up in the interest of time, but this shot will never cut away during our trick as I remove both shoes, place them on a box, grab them from the box, and then put them back on without ever bending over. Except when I take a bow, of course. The whole feet,
get it?
Took 1 minute and 17 seconds, and the shoes remained tied the whole time.
But can he do it with brown shoes, you say?
Why, yes, he can.
Nothing up my pants leg.
Both on and off with no problem. The sturdiness of this thing is questionable, but we couldn't break it. The Shoudini could really work magic for people who don't bend so well. Does it work? We give it a yes.
And now, a feat never before performed in Texas. I don't think.
All right, the great Shoudini does work, so does CPT. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to try to convince you before you leave, if you're not already convinced, that CPT does work, and it works very well. In fact, one reason we know it works is that we have begun to see the confidence that ethics and integrity creates in the consuming public. We know that that happens. Whether they're buying a product or a service, or they're dealing with your firm, or they just want to trust something or somebody, we know that that ethics and integrity and trust creates confidence in people. We also know, we have an indication that CPT is working because of the interest that we have in the cities that we visit, the schools that we visit. Instead of me telling you in detail, I'm going to summarize it in a video in a couple of minutes. So I want you to watch this video, and I think it will help us also become more convinced about CPT.
Public perception is often shaped by what we see and hear in the mainstream media. In 2001, several high-profile accounting scandals dominated the airwaves and drew high levels of negative attention. NASBA responded by creating the Center for the Public Trust to address the issue of ethics in business, education, and society.
In reality, one of the main reasons that the Center for Public Trust was founded was to combat all of the negative press and the negative publicity that CEOs, CPAs, and other leaders in the business community were getting from the scandals and the frauds that happened early in the millennium. So what we try and do through our Being a Difference Awards program and through our Ethics Matters publication is to spread the word and celebrate those leaders and organizations who are really leading and acting in an ethical manner. And that's part of what the CPT is.
The CPT soon realized that in order to shape ethical behavior in corporate America, they first needed to engage students at the collegiate level.
Being an ethical leader means that you do the right thing, not just when everyone's seeing you, but when no one knows what you're doing, and being a good role model for others who want to be ethical.
That prompted the creation of the Student Center for the Public Trust, which now has chapters on college campuses nationwide. The vision of the SCPT is to provide students with opportunities to develop a real awareness of ethical issues in order to provide a moral and ethical foundation for all of their future endeavors.
When I saw the student chapter, the representatives of the student chapter come in and visit us, I was blown away by their enthusiasm, by their integrity, by their forthright thinking. So I'm very pleased with our investment and our opportunity to help young people start off in a good path.
Through its student chapters, student leadership conferences, Campus Being a Difference Awards, and the Ethics in Action student video competition, the Student CPT plays an integral part in helping the NASBA CPT achieve its mission of championing the public trust by advancing ethical leadership in business, institutions, and organizations. For more information on the NASBA CPT, check out our quarterly newsletter, Ethics Matters, or visit our website at www.centerforpublictrust.org.
Of CPT. Why does it work so well? And it does work well. Well, I'm going to give you 4 or 5 reasons, and we'll move on to the rest of the program, Mark. But one of the reasons that CPT works well is because of its unique history. Some of you were around in June of 2004 when I, in my excitement, got up and said, you know, NASBA and state boards need something to counter all the negative publicity that's going on about CPAs. In other words, you can remember during those years of WorldCom and Enron and Tyco and Adelphia, all of that stuff going on. If you were a CPA, people go, yeah, you're a cheater, and there's got to be something wrong with you. You can't even catch all these simple things going on out there. Well, we were getting painted with a negative brush. We felt, gosh, we got to do something as state boards. We're turning out great product, great people, licensees who are right, go to work every day to try to be decent, and yet they're being tarnished with the same negative brush. So we said, what can we do about it as state boards, as NASBA? So we came up with this idea of Center for the Public Trust. I mentioned that in a June regional. Milton Brown jumped to his feet, said, I've got a check for you. We're getting that started right now. And that's how it started. It wasn't long after that, Noel Allen also came forward with his money, with his support. Both of these gentlemen are still on our boards. They're still working real hard to make this dream that we had a reality. And it works because it's been a unique history, and we've done things well. And we have dispelled in many areas of the country this negative aura that was painted about CPAs. But it also works well. CPT works well because we have a great purpose. And it's very simple. We are champions for the public trust. We are on the public side. We want to believe too. We want to trust too. And that's what the public, I was really carried away with the Disney presentation at lunch. And it's about confidence, it's about people believing, it's about people trusting in you. So we have a great purpose to champion the public trust in our institutions, in our businesses, and all of our organizations. Also, we're good because, and we work because we have professional programs. And professional programs, we have conferences, we have webinars, and we have an ethics network that you can join if you haven't already joined. It doesn't cost very much money. I don't give us $100, a couple of hundred, 5,000, we don't care. But just join. You need it more than we do, but you need to be a part of this. Also, Another reason why it works, the Being a Difference Awards, and note that I'm saying being a difference, not making a difference. Making a difference is good, but making a difference can be temporary. You can do that today and maybe tomorrow be a scoundrel, but being a difference is a lifestyle. Being a difference is who you are, it's character. And we give awards, and these awards have gone to people you know, Nathan Garrett. Nathan has done a great job in the minority community in encouraging all of us to be vested in other people who are not as privileged as we are. We've given an award to Michael and Carol Weinschel. You know Michael and Carol in Connecticut. They work with soldiers when it wasn't the popular thing to do. They were doing it and took a lot of their time. Bill Bryan, some of you know him. North Carolina people certainly know him with Mount Olive Pickle. Tremendous community involvement for that president and CEO, also a CPA. Thomas Hill with Kim Ray and Character First. I could go on and on, but Being a Difference Award, people who put their community, their families, and their businesses first with ethics and integrity, you can believe them. So it also works because of ethics awareness. We've got a good message. We want to be infectious with good things, and that's what the center is all about. That's why it works. And it also works because of our emphasis on the future generation. You know, we're in these schools, we're in these universities with these students, and I thought we would be giving them something. My goodness, they're giving us new vitality, new life, and encouragement because, you know, they ask the kind of questions and make the kind of comments that we ought to be making. They say, we want to do the right thing because it's right. I was at Ohio University a month ago, and I was quoting an author from one of his recently published books, and I was throwing out this question to them. I said, you know, this author says that everybody cheats, everybody steals a bit, everybody lies a little bit, and this young lady gets up and she is so offended. And she said, no, I don't do that, and my friends don't do that. We want to do what's right. And, you know, I love that response. Now, okay, she comes to a rolling stop once in a while, probably runs a yellow light, but her spirit is right. Right? So we really like that. Now, my friends at NASBA staff, my friends on the NASBA staff, they're playing a cruel and inhumane trick on me. They're putting up a map here showing you where the university chapters are, the ones that are in progress and the ones that are in line to come on. There are 10 schools, and the reason this is a cruel trick, they know I'm colorblind, I can't read those colors, but there are 10 schools in red there that we already have. Schools like Lipscomb University, schools like the University of New Mexico, Rutgers, they're all across the country. We have 9 others well, actually the 10 are in green that are chapters. The 9 of them in red are in progress, and 10 of them in yellow are under discussion. But here are 29 schools that are going to be in play within a year, 18 months. You are part of that. So it's been a tremendous journey for us. The Student Leadership Conference is another thing that the students are involved with. If you were at the June Regional in Philadelphia, you saw 37 of these people, these young people from 18 different schools. Tremendous energy that these people have. And it's all in the name of getting it right, living it right, doing it right. So we're just so encouraged by that. Now, with all of this working of the CPT, it brings a lot of accountability and responsibility. And one of them is certainly our money. We watch our money. We watch it very closely. We have our own board, and CPA's on that board as well. But we have sources of revenue, as you'll see, and I won't go over every detail. You've got some of that in your materials, but I just want you to know we take in money, we spend money, and we always try to take in more than we spend, and we have this past year, and we expect to continue to do that with your help. Also, how does CPT work in other ways? It works because we all have shared values of decency, fair dealing, and fair play. That's why it works. Because we want those we have those shared values, and we like to have others participate in that. So we want to get that message out that we are committed to future leaders through the school programs that we have, the university programs we have, through the state's CPA societies, through business interests, through the business community, throughout the academic community. We want to continue to share our values and our commitment to future leaders. Yes, CPT works. There's no doubt in my mind that it works. It works because of you. It works in one way, as we will experience this afternoon with the auction. My goodness, please go in the auction. And this is not a garage sale we're having. These are great items, but more than that, it's an opportunity for you to be personally vested in a tremendous program that's working. And I meant to mention to you a while ago that it will also work if you want to participate directly in one of these university programs. For $5,000, you can have a legacy like none other. For $5,000, you can help your school get started with a student chapter for the Center for the Public Trust. See Alfonso Alexander, he's got a kit ready for you. He'll sign you right up. We'll get you going, and you can help sustain that year after year. But for $5,000, we'll get started. And we can, Alfonso, we can spread these chapters all over the country quickly. So it's all up to us. It is NASBA's ethics arm, our integrity arm, the arm that says we believe in young people, we believe in business, we believe in CPAs, and we believe in human decency and fair play. Can I trust you? Can we trust you? Yes, that's what we tell the world. Thank you very much.